We've all scrolled through Instagram or flipped through magazines and wondered, how do those surfaces look so perfect? A coffee table that's both stylish and inviting, a shelf that looks balanced but not fake, a sideboard that draws your eye. It seems effortless, but you know it isn't. You might look at your own surfaces and see clutter, or maybe they just feel a little flat. You're not alone. Styling surfaces can be tricky. Too much stuff and it feels chaotic. Not enough and it feels empty. But the good news? There are clear, simple tricks that professional stylists use. These guidelines take the guesswork out and help anyone create surfaces that look pulled together and welcoming. The secret isn't buying expensive things. It's about how you arrange what you already own. The magic is in the method. When you know these 5 core principles, you'll see your home in a new light. Let's dive into the secrets. No fancy design degree required. By the end, you'll feel like you can style any coffee table, shelf, or sideboard with confidence. Imagine drawing a triangle with your objects. That's the triangle principle. It's all about using different heights to keep the eye moving and create a sense of balance. Professional stylists love this because it makes any display feel dynamic and intentional. Start by picking 3 items of varying heights: a tall vase, a mid-size candle, and a small dish, for example. Place the tallest item at the back, the medium one off to the side, and the shortest up front. Visually, your eye connects these points, forming a triangle. Try stepping back and noticing how the arrangement feels more interesting than 3 items all the same height. You can use this trick anywhere. On a bookshelf, use a stack of books, a picture frame, and a plant. On a sideboard, maybe a lamp, a tray, and a decorative bowl. The triangle helps prevent things from looking flat or lined up like soldiers. Why does it work? Our brains like movement and variation. Triangles guide your gaze and create harmony without looking forced. Give it a try, and you'll see the designer touch appear instantly. Ever notice that displays in magazines almost always have 3 main items? That's on purpose. The rule of 3 is another favorite of interior stylists. Odd numbers are more visually pleasing and make arrangements feel natural, not staged. Try grouping 3 objects together: a candle, a small plant, and a book, for example. You'll notice the grouping feels complete but not cluttered. This works for tiny surfaces, like a side table, as well as big ones, like a long sideboard. If you have more space, you can use 5 items, but keep it to odd numbers for the same effect. The key is making sure the 3 items are not all the same shape or size. Mix things up: a round bowl, a tall bottle, and a short stack of books. If they're too similar, it can look boring. What's the science? Odd numbers are more interesting to our eyes. They make us pause and look a little longer. So, next time you're styling, count to 3 and see how it transforms your surface. Every good display starts with an anchor, the item that sets the scale and grabs attention. Think of it as the star of your arrangement. This could be a large vase, a bold lamp, a striking piece of art, or even a handsome stack of books. The anchor gives your display a sense of purpose. Start with your anchor piece. Place it first, usually slightly off-center for a more relaxed look. Then add smaller items around it. This makes the whole arrangement feel grounded. Without an anchor, surfaces can look a bit scattered or lost. For example, on a coffee table, try a tray as your anchor. On a shelf, it might be a favorite framed photo or a chunky sculpture. The anchor sets the mood and helps you decide what else to add. This method works because your eye needs somewhere to land. The anchor gives focus and keeps the arrangement from feeling random. Once you have your anchor, everything else falls into place. So, negative space is just a fancy term for empty space. It's honestly just as important as the objects you put out. Professional stylists know that leaving a bit of breathing room around objects makes each piece stand out more. It also keeps your surface from feeling crowded or, messy. When you style, don't feel like you have to fill every inch. Place your items, then step back for a moment. Is there enough space between them? Could you maybe remove one thing and make the others shine? Sometimes, taking away is actually the best styling move you can make. Give it a try on your coffee table. Arrange your items, then slide them a bit closer together and leave some space around them. Notice how the table feels calmer and more curated. On shelves, leave gaps between groupings to let the eye rest. So, why does this work? Negative space creates balance. It gives your eyes a break and really helps you appreciate each object. It's the difference between a busy, cluttered room and one that feels styled and serene. Professional stylists always add something personal or lived in to a surface. These lifestyle touches could be a burning candle, an open book, a mug, or even just a single flower. These small, everyday items bring warmth and authenticity to your display. Start by asking yourself, what would I naturally use or reach for here? On a coffee table, maybe it's your favorite magazine, a cozy candle, or a cute bowl for keys. On a sideboard, a framed family photo or a small plant does wonders. These elements really soften the look and make your surfaces feel inviting instead of stiff. They show personality and make your house feel like a home, not just a showroom. Why do stylists do this? Because it creates a story. Lifestyle touches connect your display to real life. When someone walks in, they see not just pretty things, but signs of a life well lived. Now let's put it all together. Start with your anchor, a tray for your coffee table, a big framed print for your shelf, or a lamp for your sideboard. Next, use the triangle principle. Add objects of different heights around your anchor. Remember the rule of 3. Group things in odd numbers for instant style. Leave some negative space. Don't crowd everything together. Step back and see where your eye naturally goes. Adjust until it feels balanced. Finish by adding a lifestyle element, like a book or a little vase with greenery. This last touch brings warmth and a sense of you into the scene. For example, on a coffee table, try a round tray as your anchor, a tall vase, a medium candle, and a small bowl to create that triangle and rule of 3, with plenty of space left empty for negative space and a magazine or mug for that lifestyle touch. On a shelf anchor with a framed photo, add a stack of books and a plant for the triangle and rule of 3. Leave a gap and top it off with a personal memento. Don't be afraid to move things around. Styling is play. Trust your eye, and if it feels right to you, you've nailed it. Here's the real secret. You do not need fancy decor or a huge budget to make your home feel beautiful. The best stylists use everyday items, books, bowls, even things from the kitchen. The 5 principles are about arrangement, not price tags. Start practicing with what you already have. Try styling a small space first, like a bedside table. Notice how much difference the triangle principle, rule of 3, and negative space make. Each time you style, your confidence will grow. If something feels off, step back and look again. Sometimes all it takes is moving one item or removing something extra. Don't stress about making it perfect. The goal is to create a space that feels good to you. Over time, you'll develop your own stylist's eye. Remember, styling is for everyone. Your coffee table can look just as stunning as any magazine spread. The magic is in the method, not in the materials. You've learned the 5 core secrets professional stylists use every day. The triangle principle, rule of 3, anchor piece, negative space, and lifestyle elements. With these tools, any surface in your home can look balanced, beautiful, and inviting. Don't wait for the perfect items. Start today with what's on hand. Play with heights, try odd numbers, pick an anchor, and leave some empty space. Add a personal touch and step back to admire the transformation. Take a photo. You might surprise yourself with how insta-perfect your own room can be. Styling is meant to be fun, not stressful. It's about bringing out the best in your space and reflecting your personality. Trust yourself, experiment, and enjoy the process. Your home is your canvas. Make it a place you love. So go ahead, grab a few objects and start styling. Your magazine-worthy moment is just a few simple steps away.